Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for July the 4th to the 10th. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Capricorn for the week ahead. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a general reading, so it will not resonate with everyone, but let's see what the messages are in this general reading. We're going to start by cutting this deck to see what is at the heart of your week, Capricorn. What is the message for your week ahead? Let go. Interesting first card. It says here, once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that you have held you back in the past. Trust the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only the best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. So Capricorn, this is a week of letting go. Very interesting start to your reading. Letting go can be a very powerful time. It can also be challenging, but definitely can lead to the idea of sort of surrendering to what is and not trying to overly control things. So perhaps you're being guided to let go and to trust that all will be well, instead of sort of getting frustrated, impatient, trying to control things that are outside of your control. All right, Capricorn, let's see. We're going to jump into your tarot reading now. Okay, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's at the heart of this for Capricorn? Page of Cups and the Fool in reverse. Interesting beginning to your reading, Capricorn. So transformation is here. Perhaps letting go is holding you back or delaying this new beginning. The Fool in reverse to me is always sort of a situation where we need to trust that all will be well. Very similar messaging here for you. Let's get the other cards out before we really start to interpret this. Okay. Interesting. You could be looking at relationships this week, needing to be patient. It feels like there is something shifting for you here, Capricorn. One more card for Capricorn. There it is, the Hermit. Okay. All right, let's have a good look at this here. So it feels like what's happening here for you, Capricorn, this week is you really are being guided to let go, perhaps of certain relationships, perhaps letting go of trying to control things, perhaps sort of not resisting change. That Knight of Swords in reverse is sort of guiding me to say to you that it may be a week of sort of letting things happen, right? Not being too frustrated by circumstance, not trying to overly control things that are outside of our control. You might be feeling like frustrated with that. You might even be frustrated with me saying that to you right now, but it's almost like we need to be more patient and to not expect things to be as we imagine them to be instantly. You know, it seems to be one of these weeks where it's like, have confidence that things are going to come together and believe that all is well, even when it's not going the way you had sort of planned it. This is a week of sort of really, really grounding into your situation here. Instead of sort of being full of dreams, this is sort of a week to walk the talk, talk the walk, walk the talk, like to really take what you're doing to heart here, instead of sort of feeling like it's all, nothing's going to happen and nothing's going to go the way I want it to go, and sort of having these limiting beliefs. Sort of it's a week of actually just doing things and really feeling like you can reach your goals and going after your goals, right? This King of Pentacles here is very patient and determined and confident. And so those are sort of the energies that you're being guided to tap into this week. Seeing the Three of Cups makes me think that you may have cause for celebration with friends and community here. Whether or not you're feeling that vibe or not this week could be dependent on all these other emotions that are sort of presenting themselves here. You may feel the opposite of that this week, and that's why the Three of Cups is here. So you might be feeling like, I don't feel like celebrating with anybody, and yet that might be exactly what you need to do to sort of build that community for yourself. Seeing the Fool in reverse, like I said, sometimes can suggest that there's like a delay in a new beginning, or sort of not really trusting yourself to just go for something that's new. But it can also sort of be this idea where you're making impulsive choices and you're being rash. You might be feeling a little bit like you're just trying to do anything to sort of end the way you're feeling. You know what I mean? Sometimes seeing the Fool in reverse can really be that we're taking steps in a rash and impulsive way rather than a well thought out and determined, focused way. It's almost like the Fool in reverse's energy is unfocused. The King of Pentacles energy is very focused. And we see the High Priestess as well, which tells me that there is sort of this inner voice, you know, there are these inner ideas that you're having. Whether or not you're listening to them or paying attention to them is a whole other thing. You might not be. You might be distracted. When I see the Knight of Swords in reverse, you might be feeling distracted, and you might almost be feeling that stagnation as opposed to this idea of starting something new. You might be delaying that new beginning by procrastinating or feeling stuck. You know, we go through these moments where we feel stuck and then nothing seems to happen. And it is very interesting that you got let go to start your reading, because it kind of feels like that is the best guidance for you at this time. Seeing the Hermit here also makes me feel like you need to reflect a little bit deeper on something, that there may be something happening that you're sort of not paying attention to, or you might be feeling like you just want to hide. So when I see the Hermit here, I feel like you're being guided to really tap into that inner wisdom. The Hermit and the High Priestess, really tapping into that inner wisdom and understanding yourself in a different way, sort of taking a step away from being so busy with stuff to really focus on, well, you know, what is my inner voice saying? What is my inner knowing about this situation? So you might be experiencing something that you're sort of feeling a little bit lost when it comes to what to do next. And I feel like what this reading is guiding you towards is to sort of just take a minute. Don't rush yourself. Be patient. Trust that the answers are coming, and that they will come when you're ready, and that you don't have to sort of rush towards this new beginning and be impulsive. That might actually work against you in the long run. That Page of Cups tells me that there is this unexpected thing going on for you here. And again, you might be feeling it already, which is sort of what's causing you to feel impatient. But it's interesting that these two cards came out at the beginning, because I kind of feel like they're connected in that there is a new beginning here, but you sort of need to be relaxed and ready for it to begin in its own timing. And right now it feels like you need to let go of old patterns and old stories in order to sort of free yourself up for this new beginning, and to trust that all will be well. I feel like that is a key message for you. We see the Ace of Pentacles here on the bottom of the deck, also in reverse. So again, feeling like there is a new beginning, but it's delayed for some reason. And I can't help but wonder if there's maybe some behaviors or lack thereof, like inaction happening right now, because you're feeling sort of frustrated and maybe needing to release the control of the situation. That might be why we're seeing these two cards indicating a new beginning is delayed. So we're going to take this deck here and we're going to shuffle and cut to get your final guidance. What is the highest guidance for Capricorn? Hang on, maybe I shouldn't shuffle right over these cards. There we go. We'll move them up a bit. Okay. So, for Capricorn, The highest guidance for Capricorn at this time for this week. We're going to cut the deck. Okay, interesting. Okay, so you received contemplation. This card says practice mindfulness. Don't jump to conclusions. Remember your spirit's mission. Allow things to shift naturally and be patient. So isn't that interesting? It's a very similar message to the rest of your reading here, Capricorn. No surprises here. You're really needing to be more patient and to contemplate more, like this Hermit card is suggesting. Really trying to find the wisdom in the experience that you're having, not jumping to any conclusions this week or jumping into something sort of impulsively. Rash actions are not advised for you this week. Really being mindful and patient and allowing things to shift on their own timing, trusting that timing and letting go of any sort of control that you may be feeling when it comes to this impulsivity that you might be feeling. You might be feeling like you just have to do something. And sometimes in those moments, we just need to breathe and just take care of the day-to-day things, trusting that if something's going to shift and it's outside of our control, the best thing to do sometimes is to let go and surrender, right? Very interesting. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Capricorn. Thanks so much for joining me for this reading. If it's resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. If you'd like a personal reading, all the information for that is in the description below. I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. Have a great week. Take care.